What's up, guys? I'm gonna give you a little story about what happened last night, or actually the whole day. I went to go do some work and I got into the Buick, which is my daily car. You know, I can beat on it and never did me dirty. So I took it, and about 3 minutes into the drive, it started having this really bad shaking in the steering wheel, and I figured it was like running out of gas because the gas meter doesn't work either. It doesn't tell me what's empty or not, and I forgot to reset the mileage on my tachometer. So I didn't know if it was low on gas or what, so I went to go fill it with gas. Still shaking and tugging around, and I was like, okay, well, it's the oil. It was in need of an oil change, and I knew that. It's probably about like a couple weeks now I've been planning to do it. I just never did. So I went to go check the oil. I saw there was only like maybe a quarter full, and I was just like, shit. So I changed the oil, and I even put in a additive. What's that? The Lucas motor oil additive. Put that in there and started her back up, let her run for about 10 minutes, and she was still sounding bad and smelling bad, and I'm just like, yeah, she's not looking good. So after I changed the oil and waited out, it was still doing it. I was like, all right, I gotta go. So I hopped in the 350Z, and I was driving it. Everything was smooth. And then on my way home, I did a pull on the bridge, and 6,500 RPMs. The engine oil, the red light, it came on. It like blinked. So I shifted the gears. I like chilled out. I just like rolled in neutral on the bridge, and I started hearing tapping or knocking, you know, and I was like, oh, there it is. And then the oil light came on, and I just rolled in neutral to get off the exit. There was like no shoulders to pull over. I rolled in neutral, got off the exit, and found this little parking area. I rolled into it, tried to give it a little bit more gas just to get me in a spot and out of the way. And she started giving out, so I just immediately turned off the car, got a tow truck, and that was all she wrote for the day. It was like 2 cars down, both of them with oil problems. The 350, I ain't gonna lie, I heard like knocking before, but I didn't think it was knocking. Like, I looked it up even, and people were talking about this sound that every Nissan makes is like a ticking sound, I guess. And I thought that's what I was hearing, so I never thought about it again. Never had any oil pressure problems, at least according to the gauge, and the gauge was always giving me numbers based off what the manual said, so I thought the gauge was pretty reliable. Never had pressure problems, and that light, the red oil light, never came on before, so it just like almost came out of nowhere. But I'm thinking that sound that I heard before probably had to do with it. It was like an underlying issue just waiting to come out. I'm gonna get the codes for it today, and also for the Buick. Definitely, I'm keeping the 350, and I'm most likely gonna take that engine out. I'll do something with it, you know, like I'll experiment with it, take it apart and get familiar with the engine. So I'm gonna pull all 3 codes, and we are gonna go from there, see what happens. All right, so I got the codes. So this code down here is the one I know. Needs a PC purge valve. So I already knew that. I think the other 2 codes are just factors coming from that problem. So that's the Acura. I can't take the 350 anywhere, and they need me to take it there to get codes. So I'm gonna have to get my boy 360 Sneak HD to come through with his engine scanner, and hopefully we can get a code out of this and get to the bottom of what's going on. The engine light did pop up when the rod knock started happening, so maybe the engine will tell us something that we don't already know. So about to plug this in and see what codes pop up. All right. Get this in here. Poor car, man. Plug this in. The door. Turn key off for 10 seconds, then turn the key on. 10. Turn it on. Press enter. Yeah, that's right. Good job. I'll replace it with the CL. That's fine. Just give me the codes. Battery voltage abnormal. My ground cable's all weird. Okay. Rear left sensor. Okay. Internal control module keep alignment. That still has to do with the battery. Still has to do with the battery. Still has to do with the battery. So that didn't tell us anything. We all knew it was rod knock. Whatever. I'm just gonna have to take this engine apart. That's the sound right there. That shit don't sound good. She still cranks, so that's cool. But definitely a lot to figure out, unfortunately. Oh man, still got this car in pieces, all the interior. Gonna have to put it. Didn't mean to do that. Got everything in pieces. I'm gonna have to put it all back together for now. I took it apart originally because I wanted to make everything look nice again, but I'm gonna be using it for a while, so I guess I'll have to get everything back together. So I have some room in here. Got myself a part. I got a purge valve, and I've actually been looking for the purge valve inside the engine, and I still haven't found it, so I don't know exactly what it's supposed to look like. And I was gonna get OEM parts anyway for this car, so I just came to ask Acura and ask for a purge valve, and now I'm about to try to look at it and match it up with anything in the engine bay. I already took it out of the box while I was talking, yo. There's a part number. And then this is the part. Let me get it out of this bubble wrap. Alright. Boom. I actually know where this is. This is gonna be easy then. That's what's up. I could do it right in this Acura parking lot, right in front of the shop. Get myself a job. Alright, well, obviously, I'm not gonna do that. I don't need a job, thank you guys anyway. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Let's see if I can make it. Nobody coming. Watch out for potholes. Looks like we good. Gotta make sure I don't get hit by nobody trying to turn in. Nobody coming. Still got that third gear grind. That's gonna be there for a while. I made the decision to start just shifting into that gear anyway and stop skipping it. I mean, still got this car in pieces. You know, I gotta put everything back together. That seat's not even bolted in. Get ourselves a nice little spot and can replace this purge valve. The piece that I'm thinking it is this piece back here, so right in the back of the engine, right there. And if you follow the top hose, you can follow it, trace it down there into that button right there that says evap. And then you follow the other hose and it goes all the way. It goes from there down, snakes down into here, snakes through, and where the intake manifold is. So that's definitely got to be the purge valve. Alright, so it looks like there's a pin up here, or there's a clip right here, but then up here it's like a pin or like a tie. It looks like it's gonna be a little fun. So I think I'm just gonna disconnect this hose, disconnect this clip, and then try to get out of this first, and then I'll mess with that. So on this whole piece, there's a band that looks like this. It's like a rubber clip that connects from the piece, and then on this side of it, there's like there's an arm that extends out that's connected to the body. So I'm assuming I just pull it out from that clip. Go straight up. I was right. Now that I can move around a little bit better, we'll get to the tie back here. So I went ahead and just snaked it from its place around those hoses to over here. Still not really sure how I'm gonna get this clip. I don't understand how it works. So guys, all I did was f it up. It'll get off, but I just untwisted it and bent it around so it's looser. And I was able to squirm it down there, and now I can just should be able to just pull this off.